I'll change that bit of wording. Well, Hayley, I'm afraid you've got me to do your speech, well, part of your speech. I have delegated a little bit of it. Your dad would have done it, but he's got quite a large speech to do for Saturday, and I think he'd be in tears. Up here, he probably is crying already.
He's a weeper.
He is a weeper, yeah. So, what can I tell you about Hayley and Dave? Well, obviously, I've known Hayley all of her life, from a very cute little baby, used to hold in my arms, to the lovely, caring, intelligent, and organised person that we have today. Hayley is oh no, that's a nice bit.
Yeah.
Hayley is extremely organised, keeps us all on our toes at work, and I'm sure she does at home, doesn't she, Dave?
Yeah, absolutely.
Poor Dave. One of my
Brave Dave.
memories of Hayley is her knocking back a pint of her dad's beer at a family barbecue. She did a very good job. She's only about 1 or 2 at the time. Got a bit of video or a photo of that. Her drinking ability then improved under Tim and my guidance when we went on a family holiday to France and did a bit of wine tasting in somewhere in France. And Tim and I thought it'd be hilarious to get Hayley a little bit sozzled. I don't know how old was she? 8. Anyway, so, and luckily, I think actually Tim and I did Hayley a favour, and she's quite a sensible drinker. Well, she is quite, well, from what I know, she's quite a sensible drinker, which is quite good from what I understand about you, Dave.
It's good for me, yeah.
It is good for you, and thank you for taking the pressure off Andrew, Tim, and I. For when it comes to not being able to handle our drink at family outings. So, thank you. As I said earlier, Hayley was dreading this part of the day, and I'm sure David has been as well. When I went to grab him in there, he was like, really, I got to come out.
So we were going to say we were finishing work on Friday, and then just not turn up.
Yes.
So this wouldn't happen.
We would have worked it out. So. Yeah, no, as I've got to sit next to Hayley, and she does live down the road from me, I have delegated the rest of this to Martin and Laura, who would like to do a bit more embarrassment.
Oh, no.
So carry on.
Well, Hayley, first of all, for those who don't know, it's Hayley's birthday today, so the embarrassment reaches maximum peak now. Join me in wishing her a very happy birthday.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hayley. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Now, you just heard the phrase that pays here today, which is poor Dave. Tom will pass amongst you with the poor Dave sign. And just in case you're not sure what to say when I say poor Dave, those with the signs could you clap them and the rest of you say poor Dave. Okay. Now, I'm not sure that all of you, thank you, Tommy, I made Dave should have one actually.
Oh, there's
Good idea, yeah, that's right, yeah. Yes, and don't hold it up over your face. So, I don't know whether you know, but Dave and Hayley met at work. In fact, I have it on good authority that their first communications were by email. And they were communicating so furiously by email that HR were alerted, which prompted a director-level ban on all, how do I put it, personal communications.
That makes it sound really
Oh, that's right.
It's not that type of thing.
You can say that now. Anyway, for those who know about Hayley's typing speed, which is a lightning fast, all I can say is Dave's typing speed must have improved no end in order to keep up. So it's time to say, poor Dave. Poor Dave. So therefore, it's true to say in a thoroughly modern way that I expect Dave asked Hayley out by email, but I don't have that as a fact. But it did follow with a large amount of sneaking around after work. Till one day it was time for Dave to meet Ian and Katina at the family home. Poor Dave! Now, I don't know whether Dave told me this in confidence, but it was a long time ago. But all I know, and this is an absolute fact, that he did tell me that he was shaking with fear as he drove up to the house. Frankly, who can understand it? I've met Katina a few times now. I do think it's time to say, poor Dave. Poor Dave! So now, both of you, just a few words to the wise here. perhaps try avoid working with your mum and dad, and avoid Dave working with your in-laws, and really avoid getting married to someone at work. But before we go any further, I'd like to just remind you that, for those who don't know, on a serious moment, that, of course, Hayley has had other people in her life, and one particular sort of crush, or perhaps first love. And I don't know whether any of you have met her, but Bella, their chocolate Labrador, is her first love. Now, how do I know this is a categorical fact that Bella is her first love? Well, I wasn't sure how I would do my research, so I turned to the social media team, and on just a random check of 11 Instagram pictures on Hayley's feed, 8 of them are of the dog, and only 3 are of Dave.
It's cute. Dave is not.
Poor Dave. So, on that note, I would like to say, because it's easy to make a few jokes about something as serious as getting married, but I'm delighted for you, very excited. I think you're very well suited. I think you're, from what I can see, from a very small distance, in love with one another, and that makes me extremely pleased. But bearing in mind the dog-related jokes, poor Dave. So there's only one thing left to say, is the only person who would do this without a bribe amongst the procurement team was Laura. And so, Laura, over to you.
Thanks. First off, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I think you've done it pretty well to have weddings and birthdays all in the same week. You just needed a bar mitzvah to set 3. But
Not Dave.
yeah, I was going to say, it's either Dave, who's delighted the fact that you're the same age on Saturday now, but probably quite costly for the Stars and Jones clans. And you've had lots of celebrations through June, so it's 2 weddings, stag do, hen do, festival, 2 bank holidays, and now finally finishing with your wedding celebration. So we've got you a few more extra things. Had a whip round. Do you want me to bring them over?
Yeah, I don't want to move out of safety.
Go in the cupboard in a minute.
Public displays are not my thing.
So we wish you all the best for the future, and love and happiness and many adventures.
I'll take the
You
champagne.
take the champagne. Do you want the cards as well?
Yeah, that's better.
So that's from everybody.
Thank you.
Very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, just, I'm not very good at speeches, and Dave's got to do his at the weekend,
Yeah.
so just thank you. That's it really. It means the world to us, so thank you.